Sextortion. Do you know what that is? It's something you should know what it is because the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FINCEN, is warning that this is on the rise and you should look out for it and warn your friends about it. So what is sextortion? It's when someone tries to extort you for money by threatening to publish nude or sexual images or videos of you. The problem with this is you can't avoid it by just having no sexual images or naked pictures because AI will make it for you. So welcome to the future where you can not have nude photos, but AI makes nude photos of you. FinCEN says, now this is interesting. Who do you think is the most targeted group by sextortion? I would have thought it would be beautiful young ladies. That's not true. What the U.S. government is saying is the biggest target is young boys between the ages of 14 and 17. That's interesting. So what can we extrapolate for this? And this is, again, just pure extrapolation, is that since most sexual predators are men, they're targeting boys. They're gay, I guess, is what we can make of that what you will. I also have to wonder, though, how did we make young men so vulnerable? Why is this now a vulnerable population? Maybe the constant cultural assault on men has left young boys more vulnerable to predators than ever before. Do you think that has something to do with it when society teaches boys that their struggles don't matter, which absolutely they do? Read a book called Decoding Boys, how we completely leave boys out of the conversation around puberty and empowerment, full stop. So maybe predators can step into that absence. Happy now, liberals? So here is one account of how this was reported earlier this year. This boy was sent AI-generated nudes of himself from an anonymous text sender, demanding $3,000. The boy then went on to commit suicide. Now, his mother and experts didn't know for sure that that's why he committed suicide, but that wasn't a good thing that was happening to that young man. His mom found this on his phone after he died. We've reported also in Australia that there was a young boy who took social media images of girls at his school, made nudes out of them using AI, and published them when none of these girls had taken nude photos. So now let's look at how prevalent the FBI is saying this is. We can't really know how reliable these numbers are. They're saying they received nearly 55,000 reports of sextortion in 2024, with financial losses totaling $33.5 million, which they say is a 59% increase from the year before, 2023. But we can't really know about those numbers because, number one, I generally don't trust government data. But number two, this is the kind of thing that is very prone to underreporting because these are children. My gut tells me this is underreported because sextortion would only work if kids are terrified of exposure. Obviously, they wouldn't want their parents to know. They wouldn't want their friends to see this. Many may either pay somehow or suffer in silence or delete the messages. So can you prevent this from happening? Not really, again, given that any public image can be manipulated into AI. So you have to tell your kids about this, that this is a possibility. You can't really stop it. You could report it, but what are the police going to even be able to do if they don't know who is sending these things? I mean, at least in Australia, it was clear who that boy was. That boy was punished. All of those young girls were traumatized. I think the best you can do right now is make your kids strong enough to handle it. If it in fact happens, it's not really you. You're going to have to weather the storm, right? And know about it and talk to your kids about it. I don't really see how we have any other options. So let us know what you think of this.
It's awful.
This episode is brought to you by Rumble Premium, the home of free speech and exclusive content from the videos that matter. With Rumble Premium, you get ad-free viewing, access to exclusive shows, and premium features across the platform. We're talking about Steven Crowder's Mug Club, Tim Pool's Timcast, Russell Brand's Raw Commentary, and of course, Redacted, plus tons of other bold creators that you won't find anywhere else. Whether it's breaking news, real talk, or the content that challenges the narrative, Rumble Premium puts you in the front row. Support creators who actually say what they mean in a place that they can say it and mean what they say. Go to rumble.com/premium/redacted to join today. One more time, that's rumble.com/premium/redacted, because truth should not come with a filter. I mean, at this point,
go ahead, Phil.
Go ahead.
I was just, this comes up actually fairly often on Reddit because this happens a lot. So people will post like, "What do I do about this?" And the general consensus is just ignore them because nothing ever happens from it. They don't ever release anything. It's just all threats. So they're just relying. So it's like the general consensus. And I'm not saying like I'm an expert on this, but I see this a lot on there, and it's just like generally people like just ignore them and nothing will happen and nothing ever happens.
Fighting 332 in our Rumble chat says, Natalie, are you high? Those images are U.S. generated. Remember, J. Edgar Hoover was the original sextortionist. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's possible that these are coming from the U.S. government. It's also possible it comes from nefarious actors that are not the U.S. government. All of those things can be true. I mean, all for the porn, this still to be a problem.
I mean, aren't all of the porn sites run by like the Israeli government or people associated with it? I mean, isn't that the case? I mean, they're all like government people. Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, I think at this point, Philip, if someone were to sextort you, you'd say, where did you get an image of me on the internet? There's like one total, right?
Someone in our chat room.
I'd be like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then you would say, I don't care. That's not me. So you could handle it.
Yeah.
Right.
You want to send nudes? Send nudes of me to my family? I don't care. Like whatever. If they can't handle that.
Yes, but
I would just personally take a real
13-year-old Philip have felt differently about it? That's the problem, right? 13-year-old Philip might have been scared.
Oh, for sure. It would have definitely obviously like to somebody that's not, because I mean I've got a few years of not really giving a shit under my belt to say that, but when I was 13, I really didn't. So yeah, it probably would have terrified me, and that's why like it is important to get the message out that they just like that this can happen and just freaking ignore it.
I'd just take a real picture of myself and send it back to them and say, if you're going to post this, at least post a real one.
And then they're going to block you.
No, at least to say post it accurately. Like, hey, if you're going to do some AI generation, make sure that you give me a 6-pack and remove some love handles, Yeah.
Right. Wouldn't that be funny, though, David, if you sent back a real nude photo and then you got in trouble for sending pornography over the internet?
Yeah, that'd be just the way, my luck.
That'd be the way of it. Right. So, this is yet another thing you're going to
It also works.
About.
Another version of the same scam works where it's like they kind of like talk to the person, get them like having a conversation almost like as if they're going to be dating, and then they'll switch to like, oh, now it's the person's parent and you were just texting with a minor and like any of the images and stuff, and then they'll threaten them like that way too is another common form of that same scam.
I don't think I get it.
So they would basically like so like if they were going to scam me in this way, so like maybe I meet somebody on a dating site, we start chatting, then like like we start texting each other in the phone, and then suddenly like that number changes like tone, and they're like, hey, this is such and such's father, you've been texting with a minor, and I'm going to send the cops to you and blah blah blah, and then they basically try to talk you out of money that way. Otherwise, they're going to send all the evidence to the FBI and stuff like that. And even in those scams that I've seen on Reddit, they're just like, just ignore it. It's not true. None of it's true. It's just a scam.
Well, it's like some of those Fidget Guy. I think if your $1 post on Rumble says, just don't post photos on the internet, problem solved. And Fidget Guy earlier said that there's 0 photos of him on the internet, and that's on purpose. So
way to go.
Yeah, just don't use the internet. Don't post that crap. Don't give your like family photos to Mark Zuckerberg. Like, there's a good idea. Like, don't post your family.
Yeah, but
photos
that's the thing. It could maybe you didn't post them, but have you ever taken a photo?
Oh, that's
because
true.
if anybody has a photo of you, they may have posted it. You may not know.
Right.
And that's the thing.
Do you ever wonder
even the school yearbook? Right? Somebody could take the school yearbook and make something like that.
It's true.